Alright, everybody, this is special episode 15 of
I don't
What's
know what's
Really
so
Out
special
There.
about it.
I'm just calling every special today special. Every episode today special. Alright, well, we got everything set up, and we're gonna head over to Personas and
Get that ready.
started.
Say hi, Steph. You want to say hi to everybody? Look at her one eye. They can see your one eye.
She's not in a good mood today.
Well, she woke up.
Dad,
She stumped her coat.
Dad, your record stuck on the thing.
It's fine. It's right there.
I
got it. It's okay to have a fat head.
Ew, I just licked the mic back.
Ooh.
Alright, are you ready?
I guess.
One, two, three. And welcome back, everybody. This is your host, Lexi.
And your co-host, Stephanie.
And this is What's Really Out There. Alright, everybody. So this is episode 15.
Say hi to everybody, Steph.
Mm.
Okay, she's kind of grouchy. She woke up and stumped her toe this morning, then she tripped getting some bread, and then she stepped in a pile of dog poo, so she hasn't had a good day.
No, it's not it.
Oh, she's seen it. That's her problem.
It's Halloween. And we have Dad in the background. You probably heard him too. I forgot about him last episode, so I'm sorry about that. But, yeah, I have some phenomenons I'm going to talk about today. If you have noticed from last week, I've started changing things a little bit up. I'm not just going to stick to, like, certain stuff. I'm just going to kind of do everything and anything about what's really out there. So I'm kind of just going out of what I've been doing, and I'm not doing Mandela effects at the moment because I'm doing other stuff.
And what do you be doing, Steph?
Sitting here listening.
And reacting. I forgot about the reacting part.
Mm.
I'm going to get a hot shot and hot shot you. I'm going to go.
That would be abusing.
So, okay, my first story today, we're gonna jump into this intro is not gonna be long. Okay, my first story today is about the Overtone Bridge in Scotland. This is actually more known as the Dog Suicide Bridge.
Dog suicide.
Yeah.
Oh, I've heard about this.
No.
You know, that's what's funny. I seen this and I was thinking about covering it, but I was like, no, wait.
Yeah, because Lexi did it. In Dumbarton, Scotland, there's a 19th century bridge, but it's like this sinister dog suicide bridge, and no one knows really why, but dogs literally go there to, like, kill themselves. Like, since...
I swear to God.
So, well, it's in Scotland. I don't know how he'd
have to get a passport. First, he'd have to get a job to make money, to save money, and then he'd have to buy a passport. Then he would have to buy a ticket, and then he'd have to go over there by himself. So
yeah, that'd be a lot. Anyway, so decades, like back to the 1950s at least, dogs have jumped from this bridge. A lot of them have died, but there's been like cases where the dogs have survived, then ran right back up to the top of the bridge and jumped back off again.
Oh my God. I didn't do it right the first time. I'm going to do it this time, I'll tell you.
That, or like if they don't die from jumping off the bridge, they get, like, they break all their bones and they suffer a lot of injuries, and they die, like, the next day. So, like, it's something. A lot of people are like, well, it's a paranormal thing. I mean, there's scientists don't really know why it's that. They just said, really, their thing was like, well, it smells. The smell attracts dogs there, and the dogs kill themselves because of the smell, so they're just like...
Hey, that's kinda weird.
But I don't know what I believe about it. It was really weird. Yeah, look at this bridge, Steph.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
Yeah, it's a pretty tall bridge.
I thought the dogs would die.
Some, like, they, yeah. I've never known one dog, like, I know if dogs, like, die, they'll, like, run away so they don't have to, like, watch their...
Oh, like, Lily's.
Like Blue. How Blue ran away because he didn't want us to see him die. Dogs will do that, but, like, I never heard of a dog jumping off a bridge because it didn't want to live.
Commit suicide.
Yeah.
Being like,
My
I'm
girlfriend
jumping.
My girlfriend left me. She didn't have any bacon.
Yeah, like
I'm so sad.
Yeah, like I don't know what it is. And I wonder, to me, I'm like, I wonder if the dogs know they're doing it, or I wonder if, like, the dogs smell something, or, like, they're there and they're chasing after something.
That is weird.
Because if at all the pictures, like, they're, like, running, like, full charge off the bridge. Not just, like, slightly jumping off of it, like, they're full charge running off the bridge. So,
Wow.
it is weird, but, well, that was a shorty, but it's okay, because all these are shorties. We all know how these go. So,
Little short bites and beats.
this next story is going to be about my mind just went blank. It's going to be about the suicide forest in Japan.
Oh yeah, I heard. There's a movie based off of it.
Yeah, there's documentaries, a movie.
A
Well,
bunch.
yeah, this forest. Tell me, tell you.
Tell me,
It's
tell you.
13.5 square miles of forest,
God.
and the forest is so thick that it's known as the Sea of Trees. And they said at least 100 people a year commit suicide there.
God.
And they have the highest suicide rate in the world. In 2008, there was at least 2,645 people that just killed themselves, like, just there. And then in 2009, that went up by 15%.
Jesus.
Do
they ever find all the bodies?
No, they never find, they find, like, they have recovery teams that go, or, like, search and rescue that go in there and get them. But, like, the forest is so big because they don't, like, they are really superstitious about going off the path.
Yeah.
And, like, don't go off the path, and don't go in here after dark. So, like, they only have, like, limited time to search for bodies in, like, a limited area. So, they don't find all of them. Well, I mean, obviously, this place is haunted.
Of course.
Don't know by all the people, because there's so many. But the theory is that the souls there are attracting more, like, suicidal people in because they want more and more. So, also, there's this thing that's like, if you bring a tent, that means you don't know what you want.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's like a maybe. And then, like I said, they do annual searches since, like, the 1970s. And then the visitors, like, they had it in the movie. The visitors sometimes use, like, rope or tape so they don't get lost. Because the suicide forest, it plays with your mind. Like, there's this movie called The Forest, and it, like, really shows you what the forest is about.
And it's been that way. That whole land, it's been that way for a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Back in the ancient time, that's where the people would take their sick and just leave them in the woods, basically die.
Yeah, it's been a lot of, like, death for a long time.
And there's not just people from that country that go there. There's people from
all over the world come here just to, like, die. Like, it's a place where people literally go to die.
So it's literally like a suicide graveyard.
That's why it's called the suicide forest. So it's really creepy and weird.
I wonder if children would go there.
I mean, like, teens. I know. I'm pretty sure some teens have snuck off, especially ones that live around there. You know. I mean, I know it's like teens from, like, here can't get a passport and go across. You know.
Yeah.
But, like, people that live near there could easily sneak off from their parents and be like, hey, I'm gonna go for a walk, and then never seen again.
I'm going camping. I'm taking my tent.
Yeah. It's just crazy to me. That movie was a head turner when I first seen it. Alright. I'm gonna talk about something else. This is a airplane theory. Okay. Have you been on an airplane?
No. Not even a train.
Well, I didn't know if Patty took you. Have you been, Dad?
That one time.
Was it scary?
No.
I cried. Yeah, it's really sad. I not cried, but I had, like, a really, really, really bad panic attack when the plane took off. Like, I couldn't breathe. Like, I had to wear, like, I seriously could not breathe. I was hyperventilating. Because, I'm really scared of heights. Then I was by the window. So, but I didn't want to sit in the aisle seat either, so I was like, I want
Why?
Because I don't want to be by people.
Oh.
But I was with Faith, so we had the seats to ourselves. Anyway.
Wait, Faith?
Yeah.
Your Faith?
Yeah.
Wait, when was it?
When we went to Florida.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
What?
When y'all all went to Florida.
A-holes.
You go to Florida almost every year.
Yeah, because I had to drive.
Yeah, but didn't want to drive. That's fine.
Stephanie has to drive most of the time there. That's why she don't like going.
Yeah,
She always has to drive.
Patty always makes you drive the car.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the theory is that the airlines actually want you to die. Okay, so.
Oh yeah. Your.
Yeah. Okay,
I'm gonna
so.
say your friend, the YouTuber.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see up to his name. So anyway, a theory is that they want you to die, basically because like you never been on a plane, and I don't know if they did this when Dad was around, or when he did it, because I don't know how it's been changed like in the past 20, 30 years. But basically, whenever you're there, you're watching, they show you an instructional video or like a presentation of like what you're supposed to do in case of emergency. Do they do that for you too?
I don't remember. It's like 20 years ago.
Okay, well, they show you this video, and they tell you, like, to put your hands between your knees, and put your hands on the back of your head, and, like, you know,
Kiss
put
your,
your...
kiss your butt goodbye.
Don't try it. Stephanie.
So, like
Oh,
that?
yes.
Yeah.
But farther down.
Yeah, farther down.
Oh, I get it. Because when you're going down, the plane crashes. It breaks your neck.
Yeah. Like, if you were to, like, when the plane if the plane crashed, or, like, if you went down, you would hit the seat in front of you, and your neck would break instantly. So, that's not the safest position. That's not the safest position. And airlines, or the people who work with airlines or whatever, have actually said that that's not the safest, and that's probably, like, the worst position you could ever be in.
My position would probably be with my feet in front of the seat.
No, because you'd break your legs.
Who cares?
Oh, it's your life, so... But,
yeah, but at
You
least
need your head more than your legs.
Should be alive still.
Yeah.
She
Shut
could
up.
always get her legs fixed.
You don't know that they could amputate. So that's the theory.
I mean, I always.
But because think about it though, because if you live, you can sue the plane people for like thousands of money, and you can get rich off that because you're gonna win. Like they're not gonna not let you win. Like, oh, you were in a plane crash. Sorry, just fly with us next time, and you'll get first class. So, I mean, it kind of makes sense, but also it's like
You killed my friends that were strangers.
I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, how much of this crap do you really believe? So I don't know. All right, I'm gonna move on to another one.
Move it on over, little Rover.
That was you. Let me find it. 1 second. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
you was you
I'm gonna
to smell like a dookie girl.
I'm gonna talk about Kurt Cobain. You don't think you know who he is. Sorry.
Wow.
He was lead singer of Nirvana.
Yeah. So, as you guys all know, on April 18th of 1994, he was found dead in his house. Well, he had a shotgun wound to his head, and he had a gun that was, like, right next to him. Well, as soon as he died, like, within, let's say a day, probably not even a day, everybody was like, even his band members were like, he wasn't suicidal. There's no way he'd kill himself. He was at the height of his career. He was at the height of his career. Why would he do this? He was so happy. He was never depressed. So the theory is that his wife had him killed or did it herself because they were going through a divorce and he was going to leave her and take everything. Also, there's some evidence, there to kind of support it. So, not that she did it, but like that something happened other than a gunshot. So, he had like 3 huge doses of, I'm not going to say what drug because I'm with Stephanie and I don't want, but, or do you think it would be okay to say it?
It'd be okay to say what he was on.
Okay, it's fine. Okay, you probably won't know what it is, but he had 3 big doses of heroin, in his system whenever he died. So, which means he was giving it to himself. And the doctors and even the sheriff that was on the case was like, there's no way he could have killed himself. Like, maybe a drug overdose, but that wasn't how he died. He died by a gunshot wound.
Into his head.
Yeah, there's no way that he could have pulled the trigger himself. Like, he was so high. Really, like, he was high. And strung out and stuff. So, well, then he wrote a note, and if you read there at the bottom, if you look at the note, like, from 2/3 up, it's basically just, it sounds like he just wants to leave Nirvana, and he's sorry to his fans. But then the bottom part, the last third of it, is basically saying, like, it sounds like a suicide thing. But that was added later, and it's a different handwriting than with the rest of the note. So it's weird.
I guess his wife must have wrote it.
Yeah, it's really weird.
how like he was getting to the bottom, and then she like purposely probably called him, acting like dinner was ready or something.
So the theory is that, I mean, not theory, I'll get that in a minute. This man came out, because there was a documentary made about it, which I want to watch it. In the documentary, this guy said that Courtney, which is his wife, said that...
I thought it was Nirvana.
That's the band name.
Nirvana, yeah.
Oh.
Courtney came up to this man and was like, hey, I'll give you money, can you get rid of my husband, like, kill him? And he was like, what? No. Like, no, I'm not going to kill freaking Kurt Cobain, are you kidding me? So... after he came out in public and said that, he died 2 days later. And not just passed away in the hospital, he got hit by a train, and there was no witnesses.
What?
Like, drugged and hit by a train, and there was no witnesses.
What?
After he came out and spoke against Courtney. Little fishy, right?
No, what's it's all coming together.
Theory is that, Kurt wrote the note. Then the wife got mad, had him murdered, and then she fixed the note, made it look like a suicide, and that's how the story ends. So, I mean, it's kind of one of those things where, like, do you believe it? Do you not believe it? Whose side are you on? I don't know if I believe that she did it, but I don't believe that he killed himself. That's me. But,
Because even the band members, he was never suicidal. He was always happy, or depressed.
yeah.
Never.
So that's just my opinion. I don't know. I'm not saying that I think Courtney did it, but I don't know.
I think he was gonna do it. Not the guy, but like after he died. Well, before he died, she was asking him, and if he said no, then he came out and like before he died, and she was asking him, and he said no, and then she probably asked another guy to kill both of them.
Probably.
But I really think she did it.
I don't know. Okay, Daddy-o.
I would still arrest her anyway, and then find out at the end.
So, okay, Daddy, you wanna talk a little bit?
Okay, I'm going to be talking about the Sauber Children. In West Virginia, what are you laying down for, Steph?
I'm listening.
In West Virginia, the night before Christmas, the Sauber family awoke to their house on fire. There were 10 kids. 5 of the kids made it out alive.
Oh no.
But the other 5 didn't make it.
That sucks.
But the weird thing is, the 5 bodies were never found. There's no trace of.
Wait, what?
There's no trace of bodies being there because the house didn't like completely burn down. When it got done, there was still like the skeleton of it, some of the floor and all that, but there was no trace of anything of the people. Nothing. I think the 5 kids.
Maybe they went out the back door.
And they never found them. Well, even when they went back with an investigation team and went to look through the remains with their hands,
Yeah.
they didn't find any trace of any bones, teeth, anything. And there would have been something.
Yeah, like no one, like it's not like no one was there. There's people, 5 kids there, like 5, you know.
They would at least found like 2
Yeah.
or 3.
Like if if they actually like went into nothing, like there were just bones, they would have found the bones, or they would have found like the jaw or something, you know.
They didn't find anything.
Like a toe or something.
Yeah.
Well, people say the day before the fire, a couple days before the fire, around the house, they seen they say they seen around the house some guys around the house, and then pouring some stuff on the house, and then they say they seen some kids getting into the car while the house was burning. They down at the fire.
What?
Oh, so they staged the fire.
Well, they don't know. Then there's been reports of people seeing them, and them going up to people people talking to them after it happened. They claim that they've seen them, and when they try to talk to them, whoever they was with was a male and a female, and they were just like, "Oh, just leave them alone. She can grab them and go away."
Yeah, go away.
That's weird.
Yeah, and still, but one of the sisters that was still alive from that accident, from that fire, in the 80s, I think it said, in the 80s, 90s, she still would put up a bulletin on the highway about her 5 siblings, and always had the picture of until she died.
Wait, she died?
Yeah, finally, she was old.
Oh.
Yeah, baby. You don't
That's
live
happened, if you listen to, remember what I said, the date. It happened back in the 50s.
Yeah, if she was still alive, she'd be. Well, I'm not saying like if she would be. If she was like born when it happened in the 50s, that would she would be at least 70. I don't even know how old she was when it happened. So like,
I would say around 15, 13.
yeah. So add that to 70. She's probably like 80. She probably died at like 85 or something.
Yeah.
Which is a reasonable.
Okay, well then I got the hinterkaifeck farmstead in Germany. It's a small homestead.
Welcome to Germany.
It's a small little homestead,
Ew.
but it is one of the most. It has the most puzzling crimes ever that happened there.
Ew, it's creepy.
Yeah. Then we got, okay, there were 6 victims that was at the, there were 6 victims found dead. The grandpa, Andreas Gruber, 63, his wife of 72, their daughter who just moved in there a couple weeks, she was there with her 2 girls, a 7-year-old and a 2-year-old.
Oh, that sucks. Not saying that she was
Well, she was there because her husband died.
And I bet they all died.
Well, they found them all dead.
Yeah, it's a murder.
The daughter just moved there, like I said, because of her situation. And they just, when the daughter showed up, they just got a new maid because the last maid they had left saying there was a demon in the woods. She wasn't going to work there. There was a demon in the woods.
Have you noticed that it's always like the Mexican ladies who are the smart ones who like buy in the movies?
Well, no,
and everyone makes fun of them.
This was in Germany, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Germany.
And then a few days prior to that, of the murder, Andre told neighbors that he found footprints in the snow leading to his house from the woods, but nothing going back like from the house to the woods.
There's a ghost in his house.
Yeah.
I bet he purposely made footprints so he went on there and then...
Then on March 31st, 1922, a day after my birthday, someone got 4 of the family members in the barn and killed them with an axe handle.
Wow, Dad.
So the first 4 got killed in the barn with an axe handle. Then...
So, like the axe... What? I'm confused.
So did you say ass?
Axe.
I was like, ooh.
Axe handle.
So he just killed him with
It's a wooden stick.
Look, babe, look.
I know.
That part, the wooden stick.
Oh, he killed him with the axe?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he beat him to death?
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
That's retarded.
Or the legend that that's
Yeah. Well, then he went up to the into the house and he killed the maid and then the 2-year-old.
Why?
I didn't say. And what got people to go check the house out was that they noticed the 7-year-old wasn't in school and that the old man, the grandpa, hadn't been in town to grab any materials or anything.
See, this is why it's good to be really, really good town familiar. Like how almost every day you go to the store and that girl from really,
Yeah,
really
like she
knows you.
hasn't been here. Yeah, she hasn't been here in a couple of days.
I seen her last Friday.
Oh,
And
God.
then
Oh no. Better not go to Willie's anymore.
All right, Dad.
he wasn't in school, so they went to check the house and it was a
Oh, they found all the dead bodies.
yeah.
Wait, but the 7-year-old wasn't found.
Oh my God, Stephanie, the
babe, listen.
7-year-old.
Dude.
The 7-year-old wasn't going to school. They sent a party out there to go see what was going on.
The
The
7-year-old was dead.
grandpa, the grandma, the mother, and the 7-year-old all got beat to death with the axe handle in the barn.
But they
Then
noticed
the
that
maid
the
and the
7-year-old was
2-year-old daughter was in the house. So he went into the house, killed the maid, and then killed the 2-year-old.
Okay.
Am I losing you again?
Are you good? Are you confused still?
No.
Then, after police did a real bad investigation, not a real bad one, but they did an investigation, they didn't find anything, and nobody was ever linked to the murders. And there are several theories out there about who did it or what happened, but there's this is one of them.
Unsolved murders. That
Yeah,
are like,
it's
what?
crazy.
Ew. Oh my god, the crime pictures.
What?
Yeah.
That's on Pinterest? I can't, it's creeping me out. They have the murder pictures on line, and I'm dying inside. I can't watch.
And them was like from 1922.
Yeah.
Back in the old days when they knew how to take pictures.
And it's black and white, so it makes it even more creepy. Okay, what's your next story?
Okay.
Yeah, me
Well,
saying
I've already
that.
did two.
I know, but I did like all my. Or do you want to save some?
Oh, you already did all yours?
Yeah.
You did every single one of yours?
I can do more, but I was kind of letting you take over this time.
Okay, well, I got some. I mean, I got more. Then, this story is about the shocking mystery of the SS Ourang Medan. It was a some kind of battleship, I take it.
Yeah.
For the Dutch, I believe. Well, on
Man, I really want to say it, but I can't.
Watch.
Off the game we play?
Oh.
Yeah, his name.
On February 1948, distress calls were picked up from the Dutch ship, the USS Ourang Medan. When the first, they was getting distress calls saying we need help, we're dying, or we're dead, and then they just kind of quit. Well, then when they finally got a search party to go find them and search for them, they found them about an hour later, and when the ship showed up, the ship was had no activity on it or anything, and they kept trying to call over there or holler for it before they boarded it, and nobody said anything, answered them or nothing. So then they get a boarding party together, and the boarding party was put together and got ready to aboard the vessel. When they got on the ship, they noticed nobody was alive, everybody was dead, and it was just an eerie, like dead quiet.
That's okay.
And here's what's crazy is the men. So a lot of the men were all of their face was they was sitting down or what. All their faces, their eyes were like bugged out and arms stretched out like they was looking like straight at the sun, just
like
with
this.
their mouths wide open. Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Their arms were stiff and stuck out. And then when it even killed the dog. The dog was all stiff and like he was growling at something.
Why the dogs?
I know, they always take the
that.
dogs.
It's always in like movies or that one show you watch.
Yeah.
They're not like they hate the animals in movies.
They're so mean to them.
Like,
they are.
But you cockeyed goobers.
That is weird.
It is,
really
isn't it?
weird.
Well, then I'm not done yet. Well, then they discovered the dead bodies and all that. Well, then they went back to the ship, reported what happened and all that. Well, then when they was getting prepared to tow the vessel back to inland, back to where their base was,
Yeah.
they all of a sudden fire started coming up from the boiler room, and the ship caught on fire and sank. So they never got to investigate it and find out what the hell really happened to it or nothing. All they have is the distress calls about them flipping out saying, we need help, we need help, we need help. And then them just not hearing from them, them getting there and them finding them all froze like that.
That is,
like was a flesh still on them?
they were.
Yes, Steph, they was all still alive, still together, but it was like they was frozen time.
They were, yeah, they're just frozen in whatever they were doing.
Yeah.
Really weird.
It is, but like
It's
it makes me wonder what happened.
It does make you wonder what happened in situations like that. Why did they die? And why was their faces like that? Why was their arms stretched
and
out?
like, why was the dog growling at something?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah, because like dogs can sense evil, so like what was there that was making the dog flip out?
I mean, it could be a number of things. It could have been aliens. It's something supernatural because it ain't nothing natural because I mean their faces and how the situation was.
Yeah. All right. Well, do you want to do one more and then we wrap it up, or what?
Yeah, we'll do one more and then you can do whatever you want to do. And
all right.
This is the, how would you pronounce that, Lexi? Bermeja?
Yeah, Bermeja.
Bermeja Island. In the 1970s, Bermeja Island, the Bermeja Islands, was a marker for Mexico. 20 years later, it disappeared without a trace, with important documents on it that disappeared too. Many believes, the CIA was involved in it because the documents being missed. Some say it was a Mexican government cover-up or a U.S. government cover-up, But it's weird. Here's the history on this island. In between, some of the maps from like 1535 to 1775, you can find the island on the maps. Every map from that time. But then, wait, how did it go? Yeah, from 19. Okay, then all of a sudden the island disappeared from map books. No one had it on their maps anymore after that. Then in 1857, it started being back on the maps again.
That's weird.
And then I guess that's when it was on the maps for Mexico and all them because they were using it. But then it literally disappeared. People have been trying to find it, and yeah.
So is it still there?
No, it disappeared, honey.
Really?
It disappears for a while, then comes back. Disappears for a while, then comes back.
Like that first story your dad did of the place sinking?
Yeah. Like in Kansas, the earthquake.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, that's weird.
Yeah, it was there.
Oh, there's a legend I heard about this, the island that moves.
Ooh, tell us.
This is like that.
Yeah, this is like that. This is.
It's an island and it looks like a turtle shell.
Mm-hmm.
And some people say it's a legend, something like that. And it would like move across like the Pacific Ocean, going to like the Atlantic. It's really weird. Sorry.
Huh.
Cool.
You remember the name of it? That way we could look it up.
You don't?
I say look up moving island.
Island that moves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Island that moves.
And some people say that it like there's a big turtle under it and it moves to.
Oh, like the turtle is moving. Okay. All right. Well, that was interesting. I think that we are going to wrap it up. This has been a wonderful episode 15. Hope you guys enjoyed our creepy music in the back.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Stephanie, what do you have to say, baby?
I don't know.
Shit, I stopped the podcast. Hang on.
You're gonna have to edit that out, you know that?
It's fine.
She won't have to edit the SHIT because she already cut it off.
Oh.
She cut it off too soon is what she's saying.
The video? The video's still rolling.
The podcast, baby. Us talking.
All right. Sorry about that.
Lexi wanted to delete everything. All right, Steph, tell everybody bye. It's your show, baby. Tell them that. Promote. No, wait, don't go too quick. Tell them about your YouTube channel and Spotify. And
I don't know.
Okay,
right,
just tell them about your YouTube channel. Tell them you got 11 videos. Tell them.
We already told you last.
You gotta tell them every podcast.
Fine.
Come on, talk to them. Tell them about it. Tell them where they can find it. What's the name of it?
What's really out there?
And we have about 11 episodes. And Stephanie's really excited about y'all watching them. So.
You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts,
iTunes.
iTunes, that's Apple Podcasts.
And iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio.
Yes.
Google Play, Amazon Music, literally anywhere.
I have
Any where
Spotify
your
on my TV, I
podcast
think.
needs.
Huh?
But I know. I think I have Spotify on my TV.
What'd you say, Dad?
Anywhere where your podcast needs can be met. We are
Yeah,
there.
we are there.
We're everywhere.
We got YouTube, like Stephanie attempted to say. We got like 11 to 12 videos. We're working on it. We're getting it out
And I'm
there.
putting a new one on every day. And
Uh-huh.
then when I get caught up, our videos will be downloaded every Tuesday morning.
Like our podcast.
Yeah, our podcast. It'll be downloaded like it is on Spotify. Every morning it comes out on Spotify at 6. And on
Here it comes
YouTube.
on. Yes.
Yeah, and then on YouTube it'll be coming on at like 6:30, I think, in the morning.
Gosh.
So
Stay tuned if you want to hear it and see it come out. But all right, this has been What's Really Out There, and this is your co-host.
Stephanie, you talk.
Say your name.
Stephanie.
And this is your host, Alexi. Have a wonderful day. Bye. Bye, guys.